Results mean Group E looks like this. Napoli's heroics and Salzburg mean they stay top, 1 point ahead of Liverpool in second. A bit of distance now between the top two and the bottom two. Looks like a race for top spot between Liverpool and Napoli. Still a few twists in that group, you'd imagine, who meet at Anfield in the penultimate Group E set of fixtures. But the reverse games are in 2 weeks' time. Genk at Anfield, Salzburg are in Naples. Will the headlines tomorrow be all about Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain after coming back from such a long time out from injury, and what he can now add to that Liverpool team with his goals?
It's a positive story. I think his 2 goals were very good. The second one, fabulous. They made hard work of it tonight in the first half of Liverpool. This is his first goal. Simple ball into him from Fabinho, but he gets his first touch is great. He gets it where he wants it. He gets it out of his feet, and then it's a lovely strike on the ground. It's a slight deflection. I think it's going in anyway. I mean, this one is just sublime. I mean, his improvisation here, it's just a dink. Look, it's just a dink. And it's just perfect.
Beautiful, isn't it?
It's just perfect.
Top class. Yeah, you can watch that time and time again.
And
great layoff.
Firmino here, look.
Yeah.
But they'd done the job in the second half. They were fabulous in the second half. I mean, all 4 goals were really, really good goals. The next 2 are well-worked goals, you know, Mane, Salah.
To be critical, you could say they were a bit sloppy in the first half, weren't they?
In the first half, but got the job done. It was a good game for them. You know, Genk are, I'll be kind, they were average.
That's him being kind, folks. Tally's absolutely buzzing after that evening. But it's kind of like it's one of the great questions of our time. You know, it's like Brexit and border checks. The Liverpool midfield, by having that extra threat from Oxlade-Chamberlain, did they lose some of that solidity at times tonight?
Well, that's the big question. You know, with the 3 up top that they have, you know, is there room for more flair in the middle, or does that have to be an engine all the time that keeps driving and driving to allow the front 3, you know, the ability to do what they do? Or is there room for one little flair player who can thread things in? You know, I often think Liverpool need a Modric to really set those 3 alight, and there's certainly none of them in the usual setup, which would be Wijnaldum, Henderson, Fabinho. You know, it's workmanlike, it's industrious, but colossal workmanlike. They do a great job. But I think what Oxlade-Chamberlain did tonight, he showed his manager that there's a bit of brilliance in there that you can throw in, and you can get goals from midfield if you play me. That's big.
What do you make of it, Graham? We are like splitting hairs here for such a successful team in the last year or so, but they do want to compete with City for this league title and stay and keep that pace set. So what did you make of the balance?
That's an obvious criticism that, you know, Liverpool midfield players don't get enough goals. You don't want to share them round. Over-reliance on just the front 3 to get the goals. In the same breath, it's hard to be critical of Liverpool's midfield because there's so much to like about them. Honest types, you know, Wijnaldum, Henderson, James Milner when he's in there, Fabinho, all very honest types. I don't think it's either or. I think it's, you know, you can still be a workaholic but have craft. And I think Oxlade-Chamberlain has his physical abilities to be that working player, but also add that little bit of specialness, you know, that magic at the right times. And his career is just hopefully getting off for him now, because he had a ACL when he used it last year.
Do you think Klopp is saying to him, if you give me the work rates that the others provide, then I have a role for you?
I think if you ask any supporter at any team, you know, that should be a given, shouldn't it? I'm going to work my socks off. When I come off, I've got nothing else to give. You know, I'm completely knackered. I'll give you everything, boss. But he is a special player. I think there's a real player in there. And, you know, every game's different. Like he came off the bench on last Sunday against Man United. He had a shot like that, just whistled past the post early on when he came on. I think, you know, there's definitely a place for him in that team. Might not be every game, might not start every game, but there's definitely a place for him.
Yeah, he's done himself a power of good tonight. Yeah.
But it's just, it's not, you know, that ACL, I mean, that, you know, your anterior cruciate ligament, it's hardly the worst one you can get. Yeah.
Did 2 of them.
That's the man who knows.
I couldn't get any slower, though.
They have special players, don't they? Those fabulous goals from Mana and Salah helping them finish the job tonight.